Hey, good morning. This is Bob from Trade Genius. It's the 11th of February, and I want to talk to you a little bit about the power of compounding and the value of what's called volatility or average true range and trading in that channel to be able to make very, very big profits trading cryptocurrencies. And I'm just going to walk you through the math here a little bit. This is a math exercise. So there's a thing called the rule of 70. And if you start off, I used $1,000 because that's kind of reasonable. You can start with 500, you can start with 200, it doesn't really matter. And if you just made 10% a week profit and you reinvested the entire proceeds the following week, okay, over the next 7 weeks, you would have your portfolio would essentially just shy of doubling. So it's really the rule of 72. So, and and then if you took that and you basically look to double that every week, every 7 weeks after that, you're looking at about $124,000. So if you use the rule of 72, you're looking at maybe about 110,000. Not too shabby. 10x and 11x in a year. Okay, and you say, how is that possible? That's incredible gains. Well, first of all, you have to be disciplined, number one, and number two, you have to have a system, and number three, the market has to be volatile enough to do it. But even if you made half of that, pretty amazing. So now I'm going to go into the Ripple chart here. And the reason why I pick Ripple is because it has a lot of volatility in it, and it's a centralized coin, so it has people interested in making sure that the trajectory over time is going to be positive to stable, and that's all we care about. We're doing this to make money, and if you want to take that profit and move it into your Bitcoin stash, that's great. If you want to take that profit, pay off debt, that's great. If you want to take that profit and pay living expenses or trips or whatever, I'm not judging that. The point here is to make money. And so here's a daily chart of Ripple. It's still considered in a downtrend, okay, but last week between Ripple and Litecoin, I doubled in a week because the volatility was so high. And if you look on here on a daily, Ripple, this is the average true range here. So if you look at Ripple moving on a daily basis, it's moving has a 30% range to it, which is incredible. So an average true range is the average of the high low for that pick, and looking back 14 days, okay, which is amazing. So if you just step down to an hourly where I like to trade, okay, so you put a signal out there that looks like just wants to capture like the middle 60% of the move, okay, and just looking back, you could see that, I mean, just this move here alone went from 79 to 107. So that's a 25% move in and of itself in a day, and we're looking to capture 10% a week. And you're going to get some days where you'll chop like this a little bit, but even these moves were slightly positive, okay? And so what we're doing at Trade Genius is that we have now the ability to take an alert out of our system and push it out into a text message to multiple people, so you don't even need TradingView. And we're going to test that, starting next week, and probably test for the next 30 days. We'll take 5 or 10 of our subscribers and see how it works. We're using a little bit different signal than the signal that it's out there already for the short swing trader, just slightly different. And for those who have the short swing trader, we'll give you those parameters once we prove that we like it, and you don't have to do anything different than put them in or substitute them in if you want. But what I'm trying to do here is trying to create a system here that's reliable enough that actually in the future I can bot it and create an auto trade from it. So that's the end goal of this for us. And so it needs to be reliable enough. It doesn't have to be incredible. It just needs to be consistently good, and that we make enough money on it that, I worry more about drawdown than lift up, because it takes twice as much energy to lift back up after you got drawn down. So so I'm always looking to make sure that it's going to catch the downdrafts fast enough. I don't care if I get chopped. And then you look for these moves like we had Friday, where it essentially went up 25%, and in fact it went up 100% during the week. So I just thought I'd share that with you guys. I just flashed another signal here not too long ago, and we'll see where this ends up. I think the signal hit. This is a little bit misleading because it's just showing it here, but the signal hit probably about where the price is now, because it came down a little bit from there. I modified the signal already to fire on the close in the future, but the signal already hit before I modified that, so the signal won't come in and then flash off on you. But anyway, let's keep an eye on it together, see if it works. And then if you're a subscriber of the Trade Genius crypto side, this alert will be part of your package without any additional fee. So if you're interested, then join. But we're pretty sure we're going to release this, and we'll get it out to everybody here hopefully within 30 days. And the only thing you'll have to do is just give us a number which we can text you. So, and all privacy rules apply. So we just use it simply for pushing out the information. So that means you don't have to deal with Twitter for this. Okie dokie, have a good one, and let's see if we can make a lot of money together. And then we don't have to really worry so much about what's it going to do. All we care that it's going to move. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys have a great day. I'll push out another video out later today doing a market recap. Bye-bye.